There we go. All right. Microphone's a little bit far. There we go. Welcome to day 5 of the very serious Juniper Dev Game Jam. Try saying that 5 times fast. Haha, 5 and 5. Look at that. Okay, to recap yesterday's stream and today's progress. Yesterday, hope I didn't click on anything. There we go. Yesterday, we managed to bring all of the motion capture animation for the project into Unreal Engine. And I ended the stream struggling to import all the static meshes that made up all the different forms. You know, the helmet, chest piece, gauntlets, etc., etc. I could not get them in. Funny story about that. Unreal actually has a button for that issue. If you go to import, and let's pretend I'm trying to bring in, you know, the knuckles here, right? Yesterday, it was just like, all the settings are right, so why is this not importing? Turns out there's a fix for that. Up here in the top right, use pipeline defaults. This reverts any changes that you did to your settings, thus becoming back? It returns back to being a universal asset importing tool. That's how I got all the assets in. So if I close this now, go to our 3D assets, go to models, go to Mighty Armor, you can see not only did the models get imported, as you can see here, but their textures were converted into materials. So now we can literally just open this up. And boom, there's our armor. Yeah, it was that simple. Kind of embarrassing, but it is what it is. So after work today, I tried to get some stuff done before wow, my tracker is lagging really hard. Maybe that'll fix it. Anyway, after the stream yesterday, oh my goodness, I'm getting tongue twisted. Okay, close some windows. That might help performance a little bit. And then just to make sure, we'll close our browser. Anyway, after work today, I try to get some things set up in Unreal so that way we don't get stuck for too long. For one, I made our player character blueprint. You can see that here. I made an enumeration for all the forms that we'll be working with, so here is that. I made a game mode. It literally does nothing except hold all the information. Made an action controller. Again, does nothing at this moment. We'll probably enhance that later. And then I also created this hero animation blueprint, which will control our combo animations and what animations play, depending on what form we are currently in. So, with that done, let me show you what I've done as well. I guess I should also talk about, because this was a blank project, I had to go in and add really basic stuff. So, for example, in the action mappings, you know, there's all the nuanced stuff that we're working with, you know, light attacks, heavy attacks, dodges, specials, parries, form shifting, all that. That's all there now. But I had to also add things like move forward, move backward, move right, move left, look up, look down. Here is what that looks like. Unreal Engine aficionados are gonna look at this and go, this looks like the default character setup, and yep, it is. There is a conversation to be had about some nuances we could put in, like for example, excuse me, if you add a multiplier node right here, you can make that be a, you can have this bottom piece be a sensitivity slider for yourself. So if you're like, oh, the sensitivity is too high, you can make this like multiply by 0.5 for a lower sensitivity. Or if you're like, oh, it's I want the sensitivity to be higher, you can multiply it by like 2. But I don't think we're ready to mess with that just yet, because as mega cool as all this really sounds, this is all I have in the scene that's playable. And also the animation's borked. I don't know how I'm gonna fix that, or if I'm gonna, but it's borked. Yeah, I don't think Unreal really lets you mess with it too much. So anyway, I'm going to continue doing what I was doing before the stream, which was we need to make animation, what's called animation montages in Unreal, for each hit in the combo string. So that way we can call upon them individually when we do our combos. So you might be wondering, well, how does that work? It's actually fairly simple. You take this light attack combo that we got going on here, 1, 2, 3. You literally trim the animation that you want. I should have done that when I was in there. So let's go back in here. Or actually, I need to duplicate it because I don't want to mess with the original asset too badly. So we'll go in here, duplicate. We'll let it auto rename to Light Combo 2. Dive into it. And then for this one, I already have the end of the first hit, like right there. So, or it's right here, yeah. So right about here, we'll remove frames 0 to 90. And then I only want until the end of the second attack. So bam, right there. Oh, there we go. Okay, so bam. So we'll go frame 70 and we'll remove frame 71 to 435. Bam. There we go. So now we have our second hit in the combo. So what we do is we save this, go to our content drawer, right click, and then create anim montage. We're going to call this bf_la2 montage because it is base forms light attack attack 2, and it's a montage file. So yeah. So what I did in the montage 1 file is I added 2 notifies here. One called combo, I think it's called combo hit. It's probably over here. Yeah, combo hit. So combo hit increases the combo count. And there's another notify at the end here called combo reset. And what this does is it resets your combo counter to 0. Why is that important, you might be wondering? Well, if we go back to our character, right here is our light attack input. And when we press it, Unreal asks, well, what's your current combo count? If it's at 0, it'll play the first light attack. You can see that kind of flagged here. I'll explain this later. But if you've already done that and your combo is 1, it'll let you do light attack 2. So it'll look kind of like 1, 2. It's a little jank, but it gets the job done. But if you let the animation play for too long, your combo will get reset, and that'll set it back to 0 there. That's the idea anyway. So we need to add these notifies to our montage. I'm just kind of looking at this right now. I probably could have trimmed this one better, but that's whatever. Let's add the notifies here. So I want when the hit lands here. So we'll right click, add a notify, and do combo hit. And if the player gets to about here, we will reset the combo. Truth be told, this might be really tight. I don't know, but we'll find out in a bit, I'm sure. So I just want to see. Yeah, let's push this back a little more. So where does that land? Yeah, that's basically the end of the animation. So if we go back here, God, that's quick. I might need to retrim that animation just to prevent any errors. We'll do that. And we'll try and retrim that one more time. That's the wrong one. Okay, but we do see that this ends at frame 90. Oh, 91. Okay, so let's delete you. Okay, how about we delete you and you? Cool. So we need to go to frame 91. Well, technically 92, but there we go. Remove frame 0 to 92. Maybe frame 80. Remove 81 to 433. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Save that. Create a montage. BFLA2 montage. Can I make this stand a little higher? Sorry, my standing desk feels a little low still. Oh my god, how high can this go? Okay, hold on. I'm about to drop the whole thing. Bear with me. Come on. I don't think that's level. Oh, that is level. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Oh, that feels so much better. Might feel a little bit better if I slide this back just a hair. There we go. That's a little more secure. Cool. Cool, and we see that that looks a little bit smoother. We'll call the hit here. Add notify combo hit. We'll have it reset here. And then just to stop, because there's a little jank going on here, if I just spam click, the attack never goes off, right? Obviously we don't want that. So I did create a variable earlier called pending action. So we'll do this and do a branch. If pending action is false, we will do the animations. But if the animations are playing, obviously we don't want that to stop. Now, how do we reset this, right? Well, on combo reset, we will set pending action to false. Actually, that might not be what I want. I probably want that on combo hit because we're counting when it hit. And now you can accept a new input. Well, I guess both, really. Both could use it. Let's just test it. Yeah, I'm still able to interrupt myself. Oh, because I have no way of setting it to true. I think that's my issue. So if we go to hero character, we will set pending action to true before we play any montages. That might be all we need to do to fix this. Because we have an end condition, we just don't have a start position. Oh yeah, that works actually. That works pretty well. Access none when trying to... Oh, I think I know why. If we go back here, combo count can technically exceed our combo limit, so we need to clamp integer. We'll set the maximum value to 2. Cool, so now that might have broke it actually. Okay, let's take that back out then. Okay. What was that error? Oh, I know what it is. So technically speaking, I think this needs to be plugged in both ways. Or maybe these have to just be separate, because otherwise the casting kind of fails. Set pending action. There we go. So if we play it again, I think this might get rid of our little mystery error here. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So now we have a kind of simple combo system started. We just need to finish the animation linking, and then we'll figure out how to fix the teleporting. Unless I might be crazy. Set location. I doubt this will work, but it might be worth a shot. No, not even close. Hit actor, relative, nope. Set world location. I think that arguably made it worse. It was worth a shot. We'll figure it out later. There's a way to fix it. I'm just not thinking about it right this second. Let's get that third combo animation rolling here. So we need to do one more BF light combo. So I know the original animation ended at frame 91, and then we did 80 frames after that, so that would be 170. Yeah, there we go. So we'll have the last impact be here. just heard my dryer. Hopefully that didn't come up in the microphone. I mean, I turned down the microphone sensitivity quite a bit, so probably not. But you never know with this kind of stuff. Alright, right click, create anim montage, BF light attack 3 montage. Save. Okay, so we'll just start. That'll be the hit frame right there. Combo hit. And we'll have combo reset happen here before the wrist flick. Yeah, I think that'll be what we do. Ooh, let's add a... What if we do... combo reset here. And right here, frame 60, we'll make a new notify and we'll call it punish. And this will just block the player's input while they flex. And we can do combo reset right here again. Anim, notify, punish. We can just copy all this and drop the combo count. Oh wait, I skipped a step, sorry. BF light attack 3 montage. Did I not click the right one? One, two, three. Huh, it's not working. Let's look at the light attack 2 montage. Make sure I actually did add combo reset. I did. Combo reset. Oh, that's why. No, that shouldn't be the reason why. How quickly is that? Here, let's just drag this out a little further. Hmm. Zero, 1, 2. BF LA3. I'm not entirely sure why that's not working. I'm a little confused. Let's try doing something different here. So you may have noticed that this right here is a plugged-in animation instead of me selecting an animation from a dropdown. This is so that way when I do a form shift, I'll tie it to this event here. Different animations are called upon depending on the form. So we're going to set that up now. LA2 montage. And then last one, LA3 montage. So the LA3 montage. So we'll compile the blueprints. And we do see that they're set up correctly. They are BF and LAs. I'm just not understanding why it's looping 2 so much of all the ones to loop. Combo hit, combo count, +1. Set pending action to null. And then on combo reset, set combo count to 0. I'm just not sure. Let's see if once we do the other animations, that issue persists. So we're gonna need to set up some stuff here. Oh yeah, we haven't even done the heavy attack, which might be important. Let's do that real quick. Heavy. I know there's some unnecessary frames in here. Oh yeah, also I forgot to change the timing of these animations in Blender, so I have to, in Unreal Engine, set them to 3 times speed. So we'll start the heavy attack here. Or maybe a little more Unreal? Zero to 32. And then we can get rid of the animations after this point right here. There we go. Now this montage is a little snappier. So, now that that's done, save that one. Right click. Create anim montage. BF heavy montage. We'll make right here a new notify. We'll call it heavy hit. And then boom. Right here we'll have a combo reset. Combo reset will reset the combo and fix the pending action. So anim notify heavy. Heavy will reset the combo too, so I guess we don't need to do that much, but this will let us set up heavy attack triggers. So now we can go here. Do an anim montage. BF heavy. So now if we play that, is heavy set to the same button? That would be really silly of me. Inputs. Light attack is left mouse button, heavy attack is... Yep. There we go. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, now it just works. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I just want this to work. That's my goal. Cool. So now we have the light and heavy animations going, at least. So let's set up the transformation stuff. So I have this event called Henshin, and basically it gets the new form. There we go. I'm going to tie it to a widget, but once the wheel spins and it lands on a certain form, it tells the player character what that new form is. And then based on that new form, so switch on Henshin enumeration, we will set the animation appropriately. So we need to set this as a variable real quick. Heavy montage. Compile and save. And now what we can do is set these up so that way we have something different each time. So let's set this up by just making it nice and simple. So this goes up here, this goes down here, this goes here, and this goes here. We'll need to set these up, but yeah. So just to make sure that this is working as intended, we're gonna need to do the other stuff too. So let's set up the systems and then we'll set up the animations. So this will be our light attack combos. This will be our heavy attack. We'll make this easy to read. As the jam goes on, I'm sure I'm going to be really thankful that I did this. So we're going to need another event. It's going to be any damage. And then if... Oh, we need health. Here, let's organize this. This is going to get crazy very fast. Anims. Anims. Then we can just drag the rest up there. Cool. Now we'll get a float. This will be our health. Get health. Is health greater than 0? If true, set health equal to... Well, I guess technically we can just break this, and then just do health minus damage is new health. And then if new health is less than or equal to 0, I guess we could also just do greater than 0, just to make it simple. Is health greater than 0? If true, and then we can do anim montage. And if false, do the death animation. Ooh, actually, we need to... God, there's so much to do. For now, let's just do the knockdown animation stuff first. So we'll duplicate this, call it BF, hit react, montage. Oh, not montage. Ah, it's not a montage yet. BF hit react, end of statement, And then we'll cut out the knockdown animation. Right, so 3 times speed. So let's cut to when the actual animation begins, right about here. Remove frame 0 to 47. He gets hit. Remove the rest of that. Okay, maybe a little more. There we go. BF. Oh, right, I didn't make it a montage. Ah! I have to do so many of these too. It's gonna be rough. Create anim montage. BF, hit, react, montage. So when this goes off, we want to obviously reset our combo counter. Then we'll do hit react. Promote that to a variable. We'll call it hit react underscore montage. And then we need to do the knockdown animation. So we'll go over here, duplicate the hit react one more time, or not that one, BF hit knockdown. BF knockdown. See my Oscar-winning stunt performances, obviously. So right about here, I have to be really precise with my clicks. There we go. I think that needs to be sped up. That's so slow. Let's do 5 times speed. That 10 times speed? Maybe 8 times speed. Yeah, it's still goofy, but at least it's a little more believable. That needs to be made into a montage, so we'll right click, create anim montage, BF knockdown underscore montage. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Hit react montage. We need to add a condition for when the player can use their inputs again. I guess combo reset is probably the best way to go about it. So they get hit. This is the first opportunity they can react. Excuse me? There we go. Combo reset. So now, if I were to say keyboard B and do event any damage. Okay, fine. Apply damage. Damage actor will be self. Let's set our health to 1. Here's our push. Alright, we're going to take damage now. Okay, that did nothing. Apply damage to self. What if I do get player character? Oh, you know what? It might help if I... BF knockdown montage. Yeah, hit react is in place. Is your health greater than 0 when you took any damage? Then do the hit react montage. Is my B key not working? No, it's working. Okay, well, I don't know then. What if I add a volume? Is there not like a damage volume I can use? Okay, fine, we'll make one real quick. Blueprints, we'll make a new blueprint class, call it an actor. We'll say damage volume. We'll add a box collider. Make sure gravity is disabled. And then on component begin overlap, other actor apply damage. And then disable, nope, collision enabled to no collision. We'll add a delay. And then we'll set it back to true. Oh, one more thing we need to do. Just to make sure our testing goes right, it is not hidden in game. We will see it. And then in the level, we'll just make it, I don't know, 3 times as big. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Is can be damaged turned off? Is that maybe my issue? Can be damaged is on. Maybe cast to hero character. I doubt that's how that works, but... Okay, better question. Are we even taking damage right now? We'll test that. Okay, that's not working. And that's not working. So we're straight up just not taking damage. Interesting. Everything is set up correctly. At least on paper. That really should be all we need to do. I'm not sure what's going on here. Is maybe the skeleton not a dynamic collision? Character mesh. Visibility, block camera. Everything screams that this should be taking damage. I'm not sure. We might be spending too much time on this if I'm being honest with myself. Because it's not... I just want to make sure the animations are working. That is all I'm looking for. Another thing I guess we should probably turn on is set pending action to true. You shouldn't be able to light attack your way out of being hit stunned. Okay, well... I don't know. Knockdown montage. Okay, light attack 2. We'll hook it up like that. Hook it up like this. And then hook it up like this. Yeah, I might be standing weird. Might be standing really weird. I put my chair behind me so I can put my leg up and see if that helps make me straighten my back. There we go. And then LA2, LA3. Put the animations up there. BF heavy. Hit react. There we go. Hit react, it's right there, and then knockdown. That. Okay, so we need to do some tweaking in our animation state machine. We don't need this anymore, thankfully. So this is just kind of like our are you moving or not kind of thing. So kind of wonder if we can do a... I don't know much about state machines outside of the strict basics, so poses, synchronization, content curves, blends. Probably not blends. Utilities? Operators? Nope. Okay, so we just gotta get kind of creative here. Can I do... I doubt this is gonna work, but... BF underscore idle. Animation, asset, object reference, compile. Aha! Now the real question is, does this work? Play. Nope, I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, probably not. So I think what we're gonna have to do is just build a state machine around that. So we'll need to do another state machine up here. We'll call this mighty idle. And we'll add another state machine. We'll call it mighty run. And we're gonna have to make a spider web of animations here, but I promise I'll try and not make it scary. Okay, that chair is not helping me. Ugh, I need to stretch. Ugh. And drink water, I guess. There we go. Oh. Okay. MF, oops, idle. And then to transition to MF idle, we need to make sure that current form, it's a bad time for my eyes to be itchy. Current form must equal mighty and our speed needs to be equal to 0. I think that's how I did it back here. Yeah, cool. And then to transition back, we can literally copy all of this. And do this. Base form. Now we just got to do this, and then replace that with greater than 0. Cool, cool. And then do the reverse over here. Like that. One last thing to do is make them be able to transition to each other, because I can't control when the player is going to transform, which is probably a good thing. So, mighty run can transition to base run if speed is greater than 0 and current form changes to base form. And same with the reverse. Mighty. This is going to be a very ugly animation graph by the time I'm done with this. Let's separate them out. And we're probably going to have to separate them out like this at the rate we're going. Did I put the condition for this one? Yeah, I did. Okay. So mighty run can become base idle if speed equals 0 and its base form. And then verse. To mighty. Okay. Okay. We also got to do this way. This is pretty much what we need. Oh no, this needs to be, yeah, greater than 0. Just triple checking myself because I'm getting nervous. And then this needs to be equal to 0. And change to mighty. Cool, cool. We need a way to test this. So let's take that B key I was using earlier since it's not doing damage. And then say trigger event henshin. And here's what we'll do. We'll flip-flop. The first time we press it, we'll change to mighty form, and the second time we press it, we will change to base form. And we'll be able to tell with just the idle animation, so that should be fine. Hey, he's a little not right, but hey. So if we try to run, oh, I didn't put the run animation. Whoops. Mighty run. MF run. There we go. Plug that in. So here we have the baby boy run. And now we got... Oh, I need to fix the running animation. Ah, lovely. Oh, lovely. I'm having so much fun. You can tell in my voice. Mighty form, mighty run. Set that speed to B3. And then seems like we got some wasted animation stuff here. So he starts with his left hand out, so... We'll start here. Here we go. Now let's test it. It kind of works. Okay, well, at least we know this is working. And my B key is definitely not broken. Let's close this. Let's close this. Let's start working on, well, since we're already in the animation blueprint, let's get the other state machines in here. God, this is gonna look like such a nightmare when I'm done with this. Let's add a state. We'll call it Pegasus idle. PF idle. Here we go. Come on. Compile and save. Add another state here. We'll call it Pegasus run. Plug that up. And we'll do the simple stuff first. How does Pegasus idle get to Pegasus run? Well, it's actually fairly simple. You just need current form to equal Pegasus. And then you need the speed to be greater than 0 at the same time. And then how do you make the reverse happen? Well, you do pretty much the exact same thing, but instead of looking for is your speed greater than 0, you just want to see if the speed is equal to 0. Cool, that's the easy stuff. Now for the complicated stuff. How do I want to do this? This is going to be such a nightmare. We'll have Pegasus be able to transition here. As long as it's mighty and equal to 0. We'll copy all that. And Pegasus can also transition to base form by following more or less the same rules, except base form. And then Mighty can transition to Pegasus as long as it's Pegasus form and 0. And base form can transition to idle by doing the same thing. Cool. Now for all the other stuff. Pegasus run can transition to Mighty run as long as it's Mighty and speed is greater than 0. What I should have done, I should have copied all this. And this allows it to transition back to Pegasus form. Okay, then we're going to slide this outward like so. This is such a mess. We've only just started. Base form. And then Pegasus form. Can I close this? This is distracting. There we go. I don't want to look at that. It's not a reassuring thing to look at. And then we need a way to transition to the idle to Pegasus. There it is. There we go. And then transition back. We just need to make sure our speed is equal to 0. Alright, water break. I can't believe it's only been an hour, man. It feels like it's been 2 hours already. I didn't refill both my pitchers, so hopefully one pitcher's enough water for the stream. Sorry, I missed your get caffeinated. I don't know why. OBS is not playing the Twitch sound alerts, right? Since yesterday. But thank you, Awen, for the get caffeinated notification. I hope that appeared on stream. I didn't hear anything. It's kind of troubling. I should look into that. I don't know. This web is kind of important. I guess I can look into it after stream and just do some test sound alerts. Okay. Pegasus to base run. Oh shoot, it doesn't even... Oh my god, this is getting worse the more I stare at it. Can I just... I guess that helps. So this is Pegasus idle to Mighty run. So Mighty and greater than 0. Yeah, that's correct. Then Mighty to Pegasus. Speed needs to equal to 0. And then we need to transition Pegasus idle to base run. I'm gonna check my browser real quick. I feel like feel like I'm missing notifications for no reason. Is Twitch working? Twitch is working. YouTube seems to be working too. Interesting. I don't know why I'm not getting sound alerts. Oh well. Back to work. Pegasus idle to base run. Base farm. Now I'm worried I wasn't paying attention to the... Yep, I knew it. Okay, cool. We'll probably run into more of those as we go, but only one more set of states to do. Add a state, Titan, idle. There we go. What if I use the standing tables tilt feature? We'll see how that goes. It also means I can't keep my phone here. I feel like such a mess. Okay, Titan idle's in place, so we can start doing the state machine. Wow, that tilt is actually pretty horrible. I just tried to use my mouse and it was just like... Can I lock it there? Okay. That's gonna have to work. Okay, Titan idle to base idle is pretty straightforward. Speed equals 0. And then to transition back, Titan form. This is so much. Okay, so then Titan to Mighty is that. Mighty to Titan is that way. And then Pegasus to Titan is this way. And then Titan to Pegasus is set up like this. This is such a nightmare spider web. Let's do Titan to base run. Speed is greater than 0. And you're going to base form. Plug that in. So there is going to be same thing, but to Mighty. And then finally to Pegasus is this, but Pegasus. Jesus, this is getting worse by the second. I haven't even done the return trips for these runs stuff. Set that back to Titan. And then speed is equal to put that down here. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, cool. And then finally Pegasus run down to here. Oh god. Oh, thank goodness. So much to look at. Okay, next state. We need to do Titan run. Then to transition between the two, we just go to here. Let's just connect it to all the idle stuff first, because at least I have that copy pasted. To base idle, you need to be in base form. To go to mighty, you need to be in mighty form. And then to be in Pegasus, you need a doctorate to read whatever the hell I just did. There. Pegasus. Cool, now we need to do the reverse. There we go. Make this a greater than. Make that a greater than as well. This one can be the same. This one's the same. Okay, it's getting really hard to read this graph. Oh, I never did this. Okay. Titan form speed greater than 0. Speed greater than 0. Okay. I need more water. Alright. Titan run to base run. Just change this to base form. Titan run to mighty. Change this to mighty. And finally, Titan to Pegasus. Just change this to Pegasus. Oh, I feel so old. Doing all that took forever. But now we can test if it was worth it. So let's do this. Instead of a flip-flop, we will switch on integer. We'll promote this to a variable real quick. We'll call it form selection. Oh, excuse me. 0, 1, 2, 3. And then what we'll do is we will, at the each end of each one, sorry, I'm already losing my mind. This should be the only time it goes 0. Increment integer. These other 3 will just add 1. That way, every time we transform, we go up 1 form, and it gives us different animation properties. So Pegasus will be form 3, Titan will be form 4, Mighty will be form, or sorry, base form should be at the bottom, because that's the last transformation. Pegasus, there we go. So now, in theory, so we're in base form, we're in Mighty form, we're in Pegasus form, we're in Titan form. Oh, I didn't fix, okay. We gotta fix all these animations. Save that one. We'll just fix the hit and run animations. For not hit, idle and run animations, just because I don't want to get stuck on this other stuff. And we can fix that other stuff as we go. Okay, cool. Now we can test this. So we got our little running animation here. Transform. Got a new running animation here. Transform. Got a new running animation here. Got to take off those early and last frames. Remove that. Then Titan form as well. Remove all those frames. Remove all these frames. Okay. We know that's working now. Now we need to actually make our combo animations for each form and assign them to the henshin function. Hero character. Oh, we still need to do other functions too, I guess. Oh god, there's so much to do. Let's finish all the combat mechanics first, real quick. Okay, so let's move the damage stuff over here since we don't know if that's working or not. And then we'll do input, action, parry. And then we can literally just copy this. Promote that to a variable. We'll call it the parry montage. Comment that off as parry. And then do input, action, dodge. Copy and paste that. Promote this to a variable. We'll call this the dodge montage. Scroll up to the top, put that there. Dodge. Then we gotta add these to the end here too. Parry. Dodge. And hook that up there. Oh. Let's check our animations real quick just to see if there's any other I'm forgetting about. Dodge, heavy, hit and react, knockdown, idle, light attack combo, hit parry, run, special. Oh, I knew I was forgetting something. Okay. Inputs, action, special. Copy this. Promote that to a variable. Special. Should we comment bubble that? Montage. That's going to be important. There's some other stuff we're going to need to do, like damage and whatnot, but oh, we also need to do batteries for the forms. Ugh, God. We'll cross those bridges as we get there. At least we got the animations all queued. So let's make all the montages for today. Make all the montages for today. Okay, let's increase the size of the level too, so we have more play space here. I don't know, 30? How does that feel for play space? That's pretty sizable. Okay. Let's start with Mighty Form, yeah. Might as well. So MF, light attack combo. Let's get that first hit. Please ignore my, terrible choreography. I barely know anything about fighting. The animation kind of seems to start immediately, so it might be worth kind of just dropping the first 30 frames. Get that first attack in. So bam, that's the hit. There's the second hit, so we need to stop before the wind up on that, so boom. Okay. So we dropped, let me note this down. Notepad, please. So we got rid of the first 30 frames, and then we got rid of frame 68 to the end. Okay. Let's make an animation montage out of that. How dare you? MF, light attack, 1, montage. What is happening? Okay. boom, that'll be when we hit. So add notify combo hit. Right about there, combo reset should be fine. And now we can do MF. There we go. So now in theory, so we got our light attacks for base form. Yo, why does that look so smooth? What? Aside from the arms being janked like that, wow. Okay, cool. Cool. Light attack 2. We need to do more. We need to do more. So we got rid of the first 30 frames. And then we cut off at frame 68 after that. So 30 plus 68 is 98. So if we go to frame 98 and do remove frames 0 through 97. There we go. So boom, that's the hit. And as soon as he turns his head is kind of like the wind up to the final hit. So we'll boom, that's the hit. So 68. Well, we can update this to say 98 to 68. Or 66, I guess, in this case. Remove frames 67 through 279. Yeah, that should be good. Save that. Let's make the montage on that one. MF light attack 2 montage. So this is about where the hit lands. We'll say frame 10. Add notify combo hit. And we'll reset the combo like really close to the end there, because this is a really short animation. F LA2. Okay, transform. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. That's actually still pretty smooth. If only I was good at like rigging, man. Or at least if those arms didn't goof up the way they did, it might have looked better. Oh well. You know. We now know how to import mocap animations, and that's huge on its own. And it's a learning experience after all. You know what? Just to save us a little bit of time. I'm just gonna set that to 3 times speed now, so I don't have to do that later. So that's light attack 3. Okay, so we ended it on frame 174, I want to say. Call it 168. Yeah, that's good. Cool. So right click. Oh my god. I was talking to a couple of my friends last night after the stream, and They hadn't been keeping up with the streams. They work really odd schedules. Um, so they're like, oh, how's the game jam going? And I'm like, well, I learned a lot. I learned a lot. And they're like, oh, that's good. What did you learn? I'm like, oh, mocap animations, how to import them into Engine. They're like, oh, that's great. That's great. And I go, yeah, I haven't coded anything. Like I showed them the concept arts. I showed them the models. I showed them one of the mocap animations, and I'm like, yeah, I haven't coded anything. They go, what do you mean you haven't coded anything? And I said, um, I haven't touched Unreal Engine. I've just been I've just been working on this. And they were like, it's halfway through the jam, isn't it? And I go, uh-huh. They were like, you gonna be okay? I'm like, no, I bit off more than I could chew. And they were like, oh, good luck. Because unfortunately, in my friend group, I'm the only one who does this kind of stuff. Maybe that punish window should be a little closer to the up here. Like, this is the impact. This will be where the combo resets. This is where you can get input in. This will be the punish window. And this is where your combo reset again. There we go. LA3. MF. LA3. Alright, heavy attack. Make sure this is playing at 3 times speed. Oh, we need to cut so many frames out of this. So right here is the startup. We'll do these frames. There we go. That looks kind of decent. Okay. Create an montage. MF heavy montage. Add notify, heavy hit. We'll do combo reset. There we go. MF heavy montage. Oh, there's so much to do. Let's do dodge next. Did my phone just go off? It did not. I'm hearing things. That's reassuring. Okay, first of all, 3 times speed on the dodge. So we need to cut all the frames to here. 0 to 40. Why did I leave the recording on for so long? We can remove these frames here. Create and a montage. MF dodge montage. Oh, excuse me. MF dodge. Let's get some more water. Ah. God. Let's do parry and special next. Did I do the parry montage for base form? I didn't even do dodge. Well, at least base form doesn't have special. Okay, let's just go and do those real quick because I'm gonna forget. Base form parry. This is when the animation starts. We can get rid of this. Make that into a montage. BF parry montage. My wrist. Ah. Tracker lost sight of me, apparently. There we go. Ah. Gonna have to make a new mod notify right here. New notify. Parry. This will be the combo reset. And how fast is that? Yeah, you know what? 33 frames for a punish makes sense to me. Punish. And then we'll add another combo reset notify right here. Control Shift. BF parry. There it is. Alright, just gotta do the dodge. Dodge, here we go. Wow, that was a lot of frames of nothing happening. Right here. And then remove these frames. Cool. Do a montage. BF dodge montage. Cool. Okay. Now we're actually done with the base form. Okay. Dodge, heavy. Knockdowns. We haven't done knockdowns. We did the light attacks. We haven't done parry or special. I think we'll do that instead, actually. 3 times speed. So right there is when the parry starts. Remove these frames. Create animation montage. I think it's actually naming it correctly. Yeah, there we go. Right there. Parry. We'll do a punish here. We'll do a combo reset like very shortly afterwards, like right there. And then combo reset right here. MF parry. Oh, God. Okay, let's do the special and then we'll do the knockdown. Well, hit and knockdown. We gotta do a little bit of both. So right there is when the animation actually begins. I lied. Right there. Then we end the animation right there. No! No, 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 no. Oh shoot, what did I do? Okay. Whew! Maybe one more redo? There. After. There we go. Boom. Nice. Create animation montage. Okay, so wind up begins. Impact right there. So we need add notify, new notify, special hit. We'll do combo reset here. We should actually probably define these functions too, actually. Event graph. Anim notify parry. Pending action is here. It should also be here. Heavy attacks are a pending action. What is happening here? Oh, don't make me reset Unreal right now. There we go. Oh. Okay, parry was defined. Dodge? Oh shoot, you know what, we didn't... I'm thinking about it. Dodge should have some anim notifies, and I didn't do that. Frame 30. Combo reset. And technically we'll start punish like almost immediately. Which we can actually just do in the animation blueprint now that I'm thinking about it. Anim notify dodge. What? Oh, I didn't. Hero character. Where's dodge? Set pending action to true. Because the dodge combo reset will take that out. Alright, parry is fine. What was the other one? Special? There we go. This is all the setup we need for right now. I might tweak this later. Let's not get stuck on it though. Dodge for MF is set. I probably need to go back and make sure base form has a dodge. Right about here. Combo reset. Oh. Man. How has it only been 2 hours? Almost 2 hours, I should say. But still, no. I reject that. I feel so old. Alright, hit and knockdown. We need to do MF, hit react. Make sure it's at 3 times speed. That's when the animation starts. I didn't pay attention to what frame I cut that at. Frame 67. To 81, or 83, I guess. There we go. Okay, that's our hit react for Mighty. MF, hit, react, montage. And we'll have the animation reset here. Man. MF hit react. It's over here. There we go. And then we need to MF knockdown. MF knockdown. Okay. So we did 67 to 83. So that is 150 frames. Knockdown begins about here. I love that you can see how comfortable I was doing these stunts. It's amazing. Oh, there's no more water in that glass. Alright, I probably have enough water for 2 more glasses, so that might survive the stream at the rate we're going. Oh god. Alright, now that the knockdown animation's done, we can turn that into a montage. And then we can just do... I don't think we did anything really. Like, this is, for all intents and purposes, our death animation, unless we can figure out a good way to implement the knockdown mechanic. Whoops. Knockdown. Cool, that's all of Mighty Form's animations done. Ah. Yep, it's all working. I'm glad it's working, but like, man, I'm so tired. Mighty form is done. We can work on Pegasus form next. Pegasus, like I think I said it yesterday, Pegasus was really fun to do the mocap for. I actually did enjoy myself doing that, but I'm also a guy who loves shooters and playing airsoft, so having a shooter character be a mocap target is kind of like a, well, of course you like it. All right, 3. Okay, so the animation really starts around 25 frames. And then it ends right about here. Cool. We can make that into a montage. PF special montage. We'll give the player agency around here. PF montage. Okay, I'm gonna stretch real quick. I must be standing really strangely for my back to be so bothered by this. Some arm circles. I don't know if you can see. Maybe I need to step back for that. It's picking up some of my arm, kinda. Okay, that should be decent enough stretches for now. We did the special, so we're good on that. Let's do the parry animation next. The animation really starts around here. Ends about here. Cool. Yay, and a montage. We want players to be able to combo off of this very quickly, so right about here, I think we'll let them do some combos. So combo reset here. Parry montage. Oh wait, that's the MF line. PF. Parry. There we go. Let's do the heavy one next. This is about when the animation starts. Would help if I played at normal speed, huh? We'll cut the animation off here. I tried to make the jump back seem like kind of cool, but honestly, I had such little space in my room to do that animation that I was scared. So, no cool leap back unless I do some weird coding stuff in the background. So the heavy attack triggers here. Heavy hit. And we'll have it to where you can combo off of here. So combo reset here. PF heavy. Cool. So we did the special, we did the parry, we did the heavy. Dodge is the last one we can do standalone animations for, and then we got to do the light combo and knockdowns. So let's do that real quick. Make sure it's at 3 times speed. Okay, that's a lot of frames of nothing happening. 0 to 26. We'll end it right about here. Cool. Might actually be better to not have the startup animation. Nah, it's fine. If we don't like it, we'll find out when we're playtesting with how little time we're going to have to do that, but, you know, it's something. We'll let you be able to combo off of here. Unreal, what are we doing? Thank you. Okay, dodge. There it is. Okay, let's do the hit reacts and knockdowns. PF hit react. Oh god, it's one of these animations. Okay. Okay. Right about here is when the animation begins. This is about where the animation ends. Yeah, that's about right. Save that. Make this an animontage. And we'll let you combo from here. Hit react, hit react, hit react. There it is. PF. And then finally, we need to do the knockdown, so we'll do PF knockdown. I should have paid attention to when we cut the animation. I was not paying attention at all. We can guesstimate. Oh, actually, we don't have to, because we're just looking for when the knockdown begins, which is about here. God, I look so uncomfortable. Let's just make that a montage and be done with it. Okay, so knockdown is here. PF. Knockdown. My eyes wandered for a second, and I started looking at the Titan line, wondering why it was all empty. Okay, now we just gotta do the light attacks. Here we go. PF light combo 1. Make sure it's 3 times speed. Combo technically begins right about here. I should have paid attention to what frame that was. About frame 30. So, boom, that's the hit. $61. Okay. Why is my brain frying? Create animation montage. PFLA1 montage. So we'll have the combo hit here. Combo reset here. It's not a lot of time, but considering this class has range, probably shouldn't need a lot of time. What? Oh, there it is. Let's make this 3 real quick. Now make light combo 2. So frame 91 is where we cut off. So there's the hit. Right here. So 92 to 119. Yeah, that looks good. Save that. Create an animation montage. PFLA2 montage. Bang, right there. Add notify combo hit. Bang. I'll put the reset right here. One more. Yep, just like that. So 92 to 119 would be 101. No, 201, I think. Yeah, that looks about right. Save this. PFLA3 montage. And bang, right there. Combo hit. We'll reset the combo right here. Okay, let's add these in. PF LA1, PF LA2, PF LA3. And we'll just test that real quick. Mighty Pegasus. Bang, 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 bang. Nice. 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 I forgot what dodge was. What is dodge? What did I bind dodge to? I forgot the idle animation has that. R? T? G? V? What did I bind dodge to on mouse and keyboard? Spacebar? Oh yeah, that would make sense, huh? Yeah, that feels really delayed. We'll tweak it later. I have too much work to do now. Let's get the Titan stuff done and we'll call it a day. So, let's start with the special. That one's fairly straightforward. Does it start almost immediately? Kinda. There's about a 45 frame delay, so we'll take that out. Bam. Bam, right there. Alright. Cool. Make that into a montage. TF special montage. Right there. Special hit. And then you can start comboing from right here. Combo reset. TF special. Nice. Let's do parry next. Parry animation seems to start around frame 25. Just about. And then we can get rid of these frames here. Make that into an animation montage. Right there, that's the parry. So, bam. You can start comboing from here. But if you wait a little too long, there's a punish window. And then your combo reset right here. TF parry. As tedious as this all is, I do recognize that this is going a lot smoother than the past couple days have. So I'm just gonna tell myself to chill a little bit and just be happy that this is the result. Those frames. What probably helps is that I researched all the right stuff before turning on the stream about how to do animation blueprints and montages, because I had a vague idea since I've had to do a little bit of them for Cafe des Armes, but I wanted to do something special with this project. And this seemed like the golden opportunity to read up on the documentation a little bit and be like, that's how it works. And then watch a couple YouTube videos just in case. You can start comboing right here. Alright, TF dodge. Okay, we did parry, dodge, special. Let's do heavy, and then we'll do the combo animations. 3 times speed, please. Oh wow, the arms So the reason the arm's twisted like that isn't because my arms are literally twisting like that. I don't have elbow trackers on my motion capture studio. So it's using IK to guess how my arm is twisting in response to my VR controllers. I do know how to get my hands on the elbow trackers that are compatible with my setup. Uh, I just don't have the money right now. Bills are kind of more important. Alright, heavy attack begins right about here. And then we can drop all these frames. And montage, TF heavy montage. Right there is where it hits, so right about frame 30. Oh, not combo hit. Heavy hit. And then you can start comboing from here if you want to. Okay, heavy montage, TF heavy. Alright, now for the real work. We need to do the knockdown and light attack, so we'll do the knockdowns first. Before I make that mistake, TF underscore hit react. Make sure this is at 3 times speed and go. Wow, that's a lot of frames. Okay. The hit react starts around frame 40, so we'll get rid of 41 frames here. Player practically recovers right about here, so 126, please. Yep. Create animation montage, TF hit react montage. The player can start responding to attacks here, 26 frames. Big stretch. We're almost done. Almost nearly done. Oh, my neck. Ah. Okay, I'm fine. Ugh. Okay, that's the hit react. Now I gotta do the knockdown. Okay, 3 times speed. Knockdown animation seems to begin here. Take these frames out. That's such a terrible animation, but it's my animation, so we'll live with it. It's okay, with enough training and dedication, Hollywood would totally scout me for a stunt actor. Knockdown, there we go. TF knockdown. Am I blind? Oh, there's the light combo. It's just way over there. Okay. Animation doesn't start for about 35 frames. We'll get rid of those 35. 1 hit. Boom. So 110. We'll get rid of 111. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. And in montage, TF light attack 1, montage. That's where the hit begins. Combo hit. Combo will reset around here. TF LA1. Alright, light combo 2. So we got rid of 146 frames. So 146. Three times speed, please. Okay, so the second swing is pretty short because the windup for the third hit is around 75 frames. 76. This is really informative. It really helps me understand better like how my stunt performances were good and how they were pretty god-awful. Which means I'll do better next time. LA2 montage. So we'll have the hit combo start here. And the reset be about here. You know, if you're hitting the attack button again that late in the combo, then you're kind of already losing out. And then finally, oh wait, hold on. TF LA2. And now, light attack 3. So we took off 147 plus 76. That's about 223 frames. 223. Then we can drop those frames over there. Yeah. So we can create a montage on that. Oh. TF LA3 montage. And then we'll do combo hit around here. Reset combo around here. And then we'll add the punish here. And then the recovery will be here. And now we can test all of these forms together. Yay, finally. TF underscore LA3 montage. All right, let's bring it all home. 1, 2, 3. Heavy. I did not assign a parry to the base form, did I? No, he's got a parry. Animations, base form. Base form parry. What keybind is parry on? Am I just forgetting? Parry is E. Okay, I am hitting the right key. Oh, you know what it is? I didn't assign a parry animation at this before the game loaded. So what we need to do is probably event begin play henshin and set it to base form. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Heavy. Parry. Dash. And then we can change to mighty form. 1, 2, 3. Heavy. Parry. Special. Dodge. Henshin one more time. Pegasus. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Parry. Special. Dodge. And then Titan. 1, 2, 3. Heavy. Dodge. Special. And parry. We did it! You can't see it very well, but I'm clapping. That was so much work. And none of it is even like gonna actually function when we put enemies in. We have to put hitboxes and everything still. And we need to make the different forms appear. But it's exciting. It is exciting. So let's update our notes for today, and then we'll document what we need to do tomorrow. So first of all, we set up default inputs. We should probably name those so we know what we're working with. Light attack, heavy attack, special, parry, dodge, light attack, heavy attack, special, parry, dodge. Light attack, heavy attack, special, parry, dodge. Yeah, pretty much it. And then movement inputs. Created an animation blueprint for default character. Notate covers all forms. We could just copy paste that down here. And then instead of saying we created a montage, we're going to say created animation montages for all animations and forms except for idle and run animations. Implemented montage animations into hero character blueprint, switching on hero forms enum. I think that's what I called it, at least. Switch on henshin enum. Okay, well, you know, that's me not reading my own stuff. On henshin enums. Cool. Let's do this. To do blueprints. Light attacks. Spawn hitboxes and apply damage. I guess we should put that for most of these. Light attacks, heavy attacks, special, and spawn hitboxes and apply damage. Parry, spawn hitbox to detect incoming attack, and apply stun. That's something we also need to do. Stun, play hit, react, montage. Okay, so light, heavy, special, parry, stun, dodge. Dodge. Disable can be damaged. Can be damaged for a brief period of time and move player. We also need to set up enemy blueprints. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna go crazy thinking about all this. Thanks to everyone who came to the stream. We made some good progress. The game jam is oh, you know what? Now I'm curious. Now that I mentioned the game jam out loud, let me open a new tab in my browser and go to the itch.io page, because I don't know how many of you were here for when I did the Scream Jam, but some people had entries submitted as early as like day 2. It was wild. Jams joined. Very serious Juniper Dev Game Jam. Okay, it doesn't look like anyone submitted their projects just yet, but I do want to show you this funny number. Uh-oh, what did I just do? I goofed up my browser. Hold on. There we go. Look how many people have joined the jam. That's 2,000 more people than when I last looked. That's crazy. Anyway, thanks to everyone who tuned into the stream. We'll pick this up again tomorrow. And we'll hopefully we'll